Welcome to another episode of Elizabeth and Mary TV. Today, as promised last week, we're going to be talking about vision. And getting into a year with vision on your plate is one of the best things you can do. So today, to help us to talk about it, we have Mona Lisa Chisango. Mona, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Could you just start by giving us a brief explanation of what you do and your background and how you came to do vision boards?
Okay. So my name is Mona Lisa Chisango, as stated. I'm actually a television producer. So my main focus for the past 15 years has been on reality shows. And I've done, I would say, majority of the big formats that have graced Africa's shore. So that has been amazing. I also own a company called Monzi Ice Creations. I like calling it a collective because it's a collection of everything that I love. So we do music where we manage musicians. So on our books at the moment, we have Pelo Bala and Frenzy Official. We also do events where we manage events for corporates as well as individuals. Then in terms of film and television, I consult mainly as a producer on a couple of shows, and I also curate content for different corporates as well as for different companies. We also have a YouTube channel where you can find most of our content, which is on Monzi Ice Creations on YouTube.
That's awesome. Could you then please let us know how you started working with vision boards? Was it a personal journey? Was it a business journey for you?
I would say it was a divine encounter and it was a personal journey. Why I say so, back in 2017, we had been believing God for a long time for a child. And it so happened that particular year we conceived. So it was a big thing. Unfortunately, in my 7th month, I actually blanked out on my way out of the house going to work and found myself in hospital. And yes, the doctor then said to me, "I'm sorry, but we can't find the heartbeat." So I lost the child. So from that one encounter, I mean, I didn't want to speak to anyone about it. My husband knew something was wrong, because I was also grieving. He was also sad about it. But I needed to find myself, and that at that point in time, I was working on a show that had to deal with motherhood and early childhood development. And I actually called the executive producers of the show and I said to them, "Look, I can't continue on this show. I need some time to heal." And fortunate for me, they were quite understanding. But at that time as well, I was questioning questions to God, like, why did it have to happen to me? But then years later, I realized why it happened that way, because I needed to heal. And for me to receive that healing, I actually got that help from a friend of mine who's actually my mentor in this area. Her name is Rebecca Kanoerere. She invited me for one of her workshops. We had a 2-hour session where we were doing vision boards. And by just doing that, it brought so much therapy, it brought so much calmness in me. And I found healing through that process. So from the moment I did it, I realized that it could, yes, it's also a healing process, but it actually makes you realign in terms of in life. If you're going through a challenge, you want to start again, maybe you've been retrenched, you're asking yourself, how do I start again? You've reached 50 and you're like, okay, I want to change my career path. How do I go about it? So that's how I got to start doing vision boards.
You have such a powerful testimony. And I know that there are so many ladies who are out there who've had personal journeys that have taken turns that you didn't expect. In our lives, we've got different chapters that we go through, but we want to just thank God that there's always a way for us to start again or reroute. And this vision board, as Mona is saying, is something that helped her even to go through personal healing of a personal tragedy. So today we're going to ask Mona to just show us how to go through a vision board. And I think we're going to have some good fun and some therapy. Isn't that right, Mona?
Oh, definitely, we will do that.
Yeah. So going forward, Mona, can you please tell us what is a vision board?
So every year, I think all of us do this. We write down all the goals, our resolutions for the year. What is it that we want to achieve? For me, it works better when I see it in images. So that goal, be it a car, I want to see that picture on my board. So that's how you create your vision board. So in simple terms, it's just your goals translated into picture. That's what a vision board is. And what I always tell people that I teach about vision boards, you need to ensure that when you put your goals down every year, they need to be smart. So when I say smart, so S means specific, M is for measurable, A, it needs to be attainable, R, it means that it has to be realistic. So for example, maybe you want to start a restaurant and you want to get guidance from a chef. You're not going to get Chef Ramsay from Australia. You need to look for a chef who's down the road from you who can give you guidance. So that's the kind of realistic I'm talking about. And lastly, there has to be T standing for time bound, meaning that when you put those goals down, is it something that's going to be achievable in 3 months? Is it going to be achievable in 6 months? Or it's something that's going to be done in a year? So that's how we need to put down all of our goals for the vision board.
So my vision board is my steps towards my goal and what it will take to bring everything together.
Exactly.
And in a measurable time, in realistic terms. Wow, that's amazing.
Yep.
All right, so let's go and learn how to do this. Someone is going to show us how to put together a vision board. And I'm so excited. Mona, I want to start a restaurant. So please take me through how to make a vision board for my restaurant.
Okay, great. So you might be wondering, what is it that you need? There's simple tools. You're just going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need either press stick or you're going to need glue. It depends on what you want. Some people now love using boards and they actually use drawing pins. And you're just going to need a board, something that looks like this for you to be able to start. A couple of old magazines that you have lying at the house as well. So in terms of what you're going to put down now for me are going to be images as well as words that inspire you.
Okay.
For instance, if you see something, like I know on my vision board, I've written for 2021, hashtag born today. That's the kind of thing that's what I've written. So when I wake up every morning and I see that, I'm like, Mona, you were born today. So I put that. Those are affirmations as well that you can also put on your vision board. So to kickstart off this entire process, I want us to look back. I want you to do a bit of reflection.
Okay.
We're saying in 2020, what is it that you managed to achieve?
All right.
So if you can write down for me just 3 things that you were able to achieve.
All right. You said 3 things?
Just 3.
Okay. So the 3 things that I'm going to share, the TV channel, the Elizabeth and Mary TV channel. I also managed to finish a large part of my master's in law. And I started a personal protective equipment business.
Wow.
Which went well.
Great.
Yeah.
So COVID did happen, but there's some people who managed to run new businesses. That's great. So let's put that down. We're now getting into 2021. And I want you to take this piece of paper and just write down your goals. Like, what is it that you want to achieve?
Okay. How many things am I supposed to write here?
Let's put 4.
4?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's going to be a secret. You're not going to tell us for now.
I'm not going to tell anyone. Okay.
For now. And then the last piece of paper, I want you then to say, looking at those 4 goals that you've put down, what are your fears?
I'm not a very fearful person.
Yes, I know. Okay. But there should be this one thing that you're just like, okay, when I do all these things, what is it? What can stop me from achieving
So
this?
maybe I can look at it as what I think are obstacles or
Yes.
challenges.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll put that down.
Those down.
Okay.
So maybe talk to me about the first one.
Okay. All right. I think one of the things that I put here would be financing my dreams, financing what I want to do in this year. So I think that is one of the things that I'm looking at and thinking, how am I going to put together the money that I need for what I need to accomplish?
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I always say to people, when money is an obstacle, look at the resources that you have and that are within your reach. Your network is your net worth. So you need to look at the people that are around you who can assist you to achieve certain things. So now what I want you to do is to take that piece of paper, crumble it, and throw it onto the floor.
Okay, and I'm supposed to throw it onto the floor?
The stamp on it. Yay. How did that feel?
It was very refreshing, empowering.
No more fears?
No more.
We're ready to embark on this journey.
Yeah.
So now you said you want to start a restaurant. Can you start putting images down that symbolize your dream?
Okay. Yeah. So first I'll put my title here. I'm gonna put my scissors this side. My restaurant.
All right. So she's gonna hold a vision board and you just, cool, like this. Great, so you're done with your vision board. Can you take us through the different images that you've put down?
Okay, so for me, one of the things that I'd like for my restaurant is for it to have organic food, to serve organic food. So that's why I put a picture of vegetables, fresh vegetables. So for me, it's something that I would like to venture into, to maybe into farming, for me to get into a place where I can actually produce organic food for my restaurant.
Great.
And then I've got this picture here. So this is the kind of restaurant that I want. I want an upmarket restaurant that has got good decor, very good lighting, and that has got light, welcoming colors.
Yes.
And then the type of cuisine that I want to have foods from different traditions. So it's more like an all traditions restaurant.
Yeah.
With food from Nigeria, food from South Africa, food from Zambia, the different delicacies that people like, and then they find it in that one restaurant. And so I also put this so that I can also do some market research to see what's going on, what the market has, and who are my competitors. And then I also have this, which is social media. I'm going to use social media a lot to make sure that I push out my vision, and I want to then learn the different recipes within the time frame. I would like to do all this in about maybe 1 year.
Great.
Yeah, by the end of the year, I would like to have started this.
Great. So we are putting you to task. End of the year, we're going to come to the restaurant and still look at this vision board and see if everything has been achieved. I wish you all the best. And well done on your vision board.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.
So we've seen the one that has been done, which is the restaurant. I'm just going to use my vision board as an example, because this one was project based or business based. I will bring up my personal vision boards for 2021. It still has a bit of populating that I need to do, but this is based on personal goals. I know a lot of women can relate to this. Beginning of the year, we all want to run and we want to lose weight, so I've got that. I want to travel in terms of traveling around Africa. I know COVID has not made it any easier for us, but it's there. It's one of the things that I want to do. This, I think, is the bigger picture that I put here. Our dream is to have a home this year. And I'm just saying, God, this is my prayer. this is what I'd love
So
to
shall
see
it
happening.
be. So shall it be.
Amen. Yes, and I've put the baby for the first time ever on a vision board. That is there.
Yes.
So I can say I've totally healed. And a lot of people don't know this, but actually I do sing. So very soon, it's one of the things that I'm working on. It's a project.
Wow.
Yeah, and hobbies. I want to go back to doing art. I also paint, like my namesake, Mona Lisa, the painting. And I've put that one affirmation every morning that I'll look at, born today. So yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Mona, for such an insightful presentation. As we round up today, let's go back to the studio and join Fadzi as she takes us through a testimonial of a vision board.
Welcome back. I've just learned how to do a vision board. Proverbs 29 verse 18 says that where there is no vision, people perish. I have with me here Zanele. Zanele, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
I understand that you have gone through the vision board exercise with Mona Lisa. May you please just take us through what you have seen and what you have achieved from that exercise.
Okay, so I did this exercise with Mona Lisa in 2019.
Okay.
And when I met her and we spoke about it, it was like around August, I think. So I went to her house and she had one of these on her table. And I was asking her, what is this? And she told me, this is a vision board. And I was so curious about it. And she took me through it, told me how to do it. And so I went back home and I just, started doing it. And I stuck these pictures up, as you can see here. So at the top here, I say 2019, this is my year. Because I'd never been a resolutions kind of person. Okay. So I just said to myself, it might be August, but this is definitely going to be my year. So I put pictures of some things that I really have a deep interest in. I'm in the makeup industry. So here you can see I put a picture that says, be your own beauty boss. Because I was doing makeup, yes, but I wanted to develop my business. I wanted to grow. So that's why I decided to put this picture here. If you can see here at the bottom corner there, that's me and my family. Wow. So my children are staying in a different country and my desire was for us to be in one place. So I put that picture there because that is what I wanted. So Mona Lisa taught me that I needed to be specific. So I was looking for specific pictures, I'll just pick up on one other picture. This is a picture of a lioness here, which is like the central point of my board. Yes. So I used to have like low self-esteem issues, and I was drawn to the characteristics of a lioness. And I said to myself, you know what? I want to be a lioness. I need the character of a lioness for me to be able to achieve everything I want to achieve this year. So that is why I put the lioness here. If you can see, there's two of them actually, just to show you how much this was a big deal to me. Wow. So fast forward a couple of months later, this was in August. Yes. When we got to the end of the year, I was just talking to someone and I happened to bring out the board and I realized that I had achieved almost everything that I had put on the board. Almost everything had come to pass. And it's not like I intentionally said, you know what, I'm moving on to this picture. I want to tackle this one. No. It just happened that way. Wow. Within no time, I was able to open my own business. I was able to open my own makeup studio. So I was my own beauty boss. Wow. I achieved that. And I managed to get my family together. My children came over. We were one big happy family. I achieved that. My character started changing as I was going through all of this. I became more confident of myself. I sort of like discovered a part of me that was hidden within me, and safe to say I became like a lioness. Even in the way I started doing my business, It all changed. So I'm just giving you some of these examples of the things that are here on my board that I was able to do and that I managed to achieve as a result of making this board. There's another picture here. You can see this is a picture of, it's like a photo shoot. There's a photo shoot I really wanted to do for a very long time with some models, and because of a number of factors, I was really never able to put it together. But I was able to do that as well. Someone just called me and says, you know what, I've got some models, don't you want to do a shoot? Everything came together, the venue, everything. I didn't even have to pay for anything. So I was really amazed because I wasn't expecting it. And when I really did make this board, I was just doing it because I was looking for a new challenge. But I actually didn't know that I was going to be able to achieve everything on this board within such a short space of time. So from that time onwards, I became a firm believer of vision boards. And I know that everything I put on it, it always happens.
Wow, wow. I don't even know what to say. Commit your ways to the Lord and He will direct your path. This is amazing. I cannot believe it. The power of preparation, the power of planning, the power of having a vision, the power of knowing what you want to achieve as a woman. I am so empowered today. Thank you so much, Zanele, for coming through. We appreciate you. Mona Lisa, we thank you for what you have done. And our prayer is that what we have done today is going to touch and transform lives. Plan your lives, ladies. There is a big reward when you plan, when you know the direction that you want to take. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please remember to subscribe and like our channel. We will see you next week when we talk about the power of collaboration. Thank you, Zanele. Thank you, everyone.